Michaela Chester here for NCAA Digital. I'm joined by Ella May Powell from Washington Volleyball. Ella May, thank you so much for joining me today. I want to start by talking about this entire season as a whole and how much you guys have developed. Starting off in the beginning of the spring, you started with that early loss to Arizona State. Now 2 huge wins over Utah. You were overcoming an injury in the beginning of the season. Can you talk about how much your team has developed in just this season alone and what's been clicking so well for you guys lately?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's been a long time coming. We've been working since August just to get back on the court again. So finally being out here has been awesome. I think just it being so different this year is obviously it's not an excuse, but like it's something that's there and it's always going to be there. But I think we've done a really good job of kind of just rolling with the punches, and whatever traveling issues, whatever COVID-19 issues there is, we have done a really good job of kind of just letting it roll off our shoulders because we get to play volleyball, and that's the best thing. But yeah, since the beginning of the season, I think at the beginning of the season we were really focused and we knew what this team could be, and I think we were really locked in and really just grinding every day. And so as the season went on and we have got a few wins under our belt, I think we've got a lot more comfortable with our team and each other and playing around each other, and we've gotten used to the system and the culture that we want to have, and so each game that just gets better and better.
As a setter, you've been putting up really record numbers each match, week after week, which is credit to you, of course. But how big has it been for you to have so many options offensively, which it seems like you've had an abundance of options lately? I mean, Maddie Ensley, Claire Hoffman, Samantha Drexel, Maren Grote. How big has that been for you as a setter?
Yeah, I mean, I can't do what I do without them. And first of all, our passers have been passing lights out, and so they've been working so hard to get me in good positions, and it's been really fun to see our hitters just grow and get more comfortable out there. And I have no doubts whenever I set any of my front row hitters. I just have so much faith in them and their hard work, and even if they do make mistakes, we know that we focus really as a team to bounce back from those mistakes and just keep hitting our shots and hitting what we call the Washington way. And so whenever we get in those situations of making mistakes, that we all know that we can lean on each other. If I make mistakes, I can lean on my passers to help me out. Same with the hitters.
The Washington way, I like that. I've noticed a few times this season, specifically against UCLA and Colorado, if the first match was a 5-setter, the second one was a clean sweep win for your team. Tell me about your team's ability to adjust.
Yeah, I think that's a lot goes to the mental side of it, just preparing for the weekend, especially coming off a travel day. That first match is always, we know that both teams are going to bring their all and not exactly sure what the other team is going to do. And so I think we've done a really good job of adjusting on the fly to the things that they're doing and things that might be a little bit different than what we scouted them to do. But in that second game, I think we really have showed how if we have a scouting report that we know is probably going to happen, that we've done a really good job of executing that. And that's been a core focus for us is our coaches work so hard on scouting reports. We work so hard to study them. And if we can execute that in a game, it's a game changer for us.
Absolutely. I know we don't want to dwell on the past too much, but I have to bring up the 2 wins over Utah. How much of a statement do you think those 2 wins made for your team?
Yeah, I think it just showed what we're capable of. You know, I think we played our best volleyball those 2 games that we've seen so far. And I still feel like we have a lot to improve on from that match. But that kind of is setting the standard for us right now. And we have a huge 3 weekends, a huge rest of the pack to go through. And so it's up from here. And so that's where we're going to go back and look at that is what's expected of us and how we can hold each other to that. And again, I said our coaches did an amazing job of scouting Utah, and we know they're going to do the same the rest of the pack. So if we can just listen to them and do what we need to do, then we'll be in a good place.
What are some of those things after that match that your team noticed you needed to improve on?
Yeah, I think we focus a lot on our serve and pass game, whoever can win the serve and pass. And we knew that Utah was going to be very, very similar to us in many ways, but they're a really tough serving team, really good passing team. And so I think as we tried to up our serving, we started to miss a lot. So if we can start dialing in our serves and kind of get Oregon off the net, get our opponents off the net, then we'll be in a good place.
Now moving into this weekend with Oregon, the roles are kind of reversed as to what for you guys as it was last weekend. Against Utah, you were the number 2 team in the Pac-12 going up against number 1. Now you're the number 1 team going up against the 2nd team in the Pac-12 in Oregon. What is your team's renewed focus going into this weekend?
Yeah, just taking it day by day. Oregon's a great team and we know that. So, and we're always really excited to play them because they look a lot different than us. They run a different system than us, so we're not used to seeing it in our gym. And so it'll be a really test for us to adjust on the fly and to know them and to know what they're going to do. And it's going to look different, but we have to be able to adjust to that. It's obviously a really exciting matchup for us and for them. So yeah, we're just excited to get in the gym today. We had a really good practice yesterday of really just focus and discipline. And today, if we do the same, just taking it day by day, keep being disciplined and competing really hard.
What do you think the biggest key for your team will be to win against a team that you mentioned is really different than you?
Just doing what we do. I mean, a big focus of ours is to be disciplined, and if we can not focus on their side as much as focus on our game and doing what we do best, and the game will take care of itself.
Well, thank you so much, Ella May, for joining me today. Good luck this weekend. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.